Hey guys, SpacePigguArt here, and today I am showing you the progress of pretty much the biggest piece I've done. Yeah, I actually did this quite a while ago, but it was a commission, and although they wanted to see the video, I had to wait until it had actually been given to our friend who it was commissioned for. And yeah, so that's why this is using my old setup in my old room. So yeah, you might recognize the desk and the shit at the side that is all my old tripod, and the quality might not be as good, and it'll definitely jump in and out of focus because this is using my phone rather than my camera as I have been using recently. But yeah, as you can see, I am starting by putting in a lot of light, I guess. Yeah, I took the whole left I took the whole left side of this piece and I did it in yellow, and I did blue on the right side, I think. Just to try and give it a bit of depth and all of that. So yeah, a little bit of info on the piece and the characters. These are 3 characters from a D&D campaign. One is an orc, one is a tiefling, and one is a dragonborn. Yeah, and that was what I was asked to draw. So I drew these 3 characters with their big magic elk thing. Yeah, as you can see, I skipped through some of the art bits. Since I showed you most of the yellow, I didn't think I needed to show you all of the blue because it was pretty much the same, just the other way around. Yeah, and now I'm doing the tiefling's skin, and yeah. I do jump through quite a lot. This is still a really long video, but I try to skip some bits out where I can because, oh, there was so much footage. I spent about 17 hours on this. So it was a really big piece. Just huge, honestly. I don't think I've ever spent that long on anything, but it was absolutely worth it. I really, really love how this turns out. And to my knowledge, it was received really well too. So that's really nice. Yeah, actually looking at this, it's occurring to me that I haven't done anything with markers in a really long time now. I mean, not like ages and ages, but a few months maybe? Ignore the beeping. I will just mute that. If I can. Yeah, no, okay. No muting. But yeah. That's just one of those things. I need to do more marker stuff because I have a tendency not to touch my markers very much for quite a while, which is really bad because I do really enjoy doing marker stuff, and this is kind of reminding me that it's actually really, really fun. But yeah, I'll have to try and get back to that soon because yeah, it's just been a little while. Another super challenging part of this whole thing was the Dragonborn. Like, tieflings and orcs, fine, I draw them a reasonable amount. Now I draw them a lot more. But Dragonborns, I have a tendency to avoid a lot because, oh my god, dragons are just so hard. I don't know what it is about dragons, but I've never been able to draw them very well. And honestly, I probably could get a lot better if I tried really hard, but whenever I do try, I just feel so put off, and like I just can't do it as well as I can do other things, so I tend to just sort of shy away, which is really bad. I should definitely put a lot more effort in and all of that, but it's just so hard to do. But yeah, I thought this turned out surprisingly okay, considering the issues I have. Yeah. Oh, I'm already starting to run out of things to talk about, and we're barely even halfway through. Oh gosh. Yeah, I tried to have kind of a shiny effect on the big scale panels. I wanted them to look more interesting, because I don't like having everything looking super flat, even though I tend to end up going that way. Yeah, as you can see, I skipped out a lot of the background colouring. I'm not 100% sure where I decided to stop just colouring the background, or showing colouring the background rather, but I did because, oh my god, I used almost the whole of my silver lining marker, and I don't have a list of all the markers I used. I used a lot. Oh, and this was a while ago, so I'm really sorry that I can't give you that information, but yeah, this was a long, slow process. And yeah. But yeah, I did end up using up most of one of my markers for the background because I don't have many greys, and as much as I really wanted to vary it a lot and make it really interesting to look at, it just wasn't really a great option. So all of the stones are like pretty much the same colour. I add some shading I think with pencils, but yeah. And every so often I just do these swipes because it's hard to show you the entire process. So yeah. I really hope the quality isn't too much of a downgrade from my recent videos as well. Honestly, I'm just happy that I did it. I'm happy that I can finally upload this, so yeah. And now I've switched off from Pro Markers to use my pencils, and I've completely forgotten what these ones are. I feel like they're Faber-Castell Polychromos. I'm pretty sure that's right. I'm reasonably certain that that's right. But yeah, I actually bought them specifically to do a lot of details in this piece because I knew that since the characters, even though it's on A3, which is pretty big, I had a feeling that the characters were just going to be too detailed and small to really do that much in marker, and I was pretty right about that. So I'm really glad that I did get these pencils, and yeah. So yeah, I'm just adding as much detail and stuff to the faces and everything as I can, and yeah. I feel like this is a little bit all over the place. I can't talk a huge amount about a lot of this because I just don't really remember most of it. I spent such a long time, and as you can see, I'm drawing in all the tiny bits of plate mail. Not plate mail, chain mail, which honestly wasn't the longest part, but it was one of those things that I felt like I needed to do, but it was slow. It was long and slow. But yeah, we're slowly coming up towards the end of the video. Yeah, I ended up outlining the characters in fine liner as well as using pencil because I wanted them to have a better outline. I didn't want everything to kind of fade together so much. I wanted it to be quite, quite rigid and separated from the background, because the background wasn't super important, let's be honest. I actually went and I added a thicker outline around the characters as well, because I outlined the elk and I think I outlined some of the door. I'm not 100% sure on that. Trying to remember my process for this is difficult, I'll be honest, but I know that I did add a thicker outline around the whole of this piece. Like I'm outlining the orc's legs now, but I do go background. to make the characters really stand out, because I wanted them to stand out more. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed doing this piece. It's the biggest piece I've ever done, like I said. It was an amazing commission to do, and I am so glad that I got the chance to do this, because it came out so nicely, and it was such a nice thing to be able to have it given to a mutual friend of me and the guy who commissioned it as a present, as a leaving present, in fact, because he was going away, and like moving away as well, not just going away for a week or so, like actually moving to a different part of the country. And it was just so nice to be able to say I helped make a thing, and even though I wasn't there to give it to him, I've seen a video of it being given to him, and it was really nice. But yeah, I will hold that in case I get too overwhelmed and ridiculous. But yeah, we really are coming up to the end of the video now. I really hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, check out any of my social media, all that jazz. As usual, it's in the description below this video, so you can check it out there. And yeah, this is the final pan over the piece. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and yeah, goodbye!